guys, it's Carissa from the Community Library, and today we are going to making these really cute octopus tentacle pendants with clay, and I'm going to show you how to do it. They're really cute and easy, something just fun for summer. And we're going to talk about a few things of why we try Pinterest things before we have you guys do it. But things you're going to need. You're going to need some clay, oven-baked clay. I've got actual blocks of sculpty clay, or I've got blocks that I bought from Walmart that were oven baked. So either one works. You're going to need an oven because it's oven baked. You're going to need some tin foil. I always put mine on tin foil and then put it on a pan before I put it in the oven. You're going to need a pair of wire cutters or little pliers that have wire cutters. You're going to need an eye pin. You can get these from Walmart or any craft store, but they just look like they're just straight wire. Little hole for an eye pin here. And then you're going to need something that you can use to put the hole into the tentacle pendant here. If you can see, especially right here. Now, I have a little tool that I use. You could easily use pencil, pen, a toothpick. Any of those items would work, or maybe you have one of these. But any of those items would work. Just something thin and small that you can poke down in, because that helps them stick into the other piece of clay so that they don't just fall off. So what you're going to do first is you're going to take the clay that you're going to be using for your color. You're going to want to choose your main color first, and then you're going to use one that's open, and you're going to start mixing that one. I'm going to mix mine with a little bit of yellow, so I'm going to actually make it a bit of a gradient between the two, and it's kind of hard to see on camera, but this one actually has like two different shades of orange in it, and then it's got the blue, so I mixed a bit of a gradient together, and then what I'm going to do purple polka dots for this one. So thing to note, and as I mix this, because it's a little tough to get started at first, I'll tell you about my Pinterest fail. So I was going to originally teach you guys how to color clay using crayons, where you just shave a crayon and then you knead it in and it colors the clay, which I did, and it colored the clay beautifully. It was awesome. Gave it like a little bit of a texture. It was really cool. I was like, oh, this is going to be so great, and the people at the library are going to be like, oh, this is so easy. I can buy, the giant block of white clay and it would look great. So I did it at the library, and I was like, no big deal. I do a lot of stuff at the library. A lot of crafting stuff. We build stuff. We power tools in the library. And I was like, well, I know I can, use a toaster oven. Generally, I do my clay here at my house, and I use my regular oven. I hadn't used a toaster oven, but I know you can. Now, the library toaster oven is temperamental. I should have known. But I was like, oh, I'll start, and I'll go ahead, and I will just, go for it. And I did, and I made my first tentacle pendant. It was super cute, and I was so in love with it. And I'm like, I love this. And I put it in the toaster oven at the library, and it caught fire. Not the toaster oven, just the pendant. So I pulled it out and put it in the sink and put it out. But lesson learned. Went home, tried it at my house. Did not catch fire. But did notice that when I pulled it out, the clay that had the crayon in it had cracked, like substantially. Not only had it cracked, it was brittle to the point where the pieces were just snapping off. So, just so you know, we do try the things we do before we run the videos. And like that one I did twice, did not work out at all. I was like, well, I'm not going to teach them something that could be a fire hazard. So don't use crayon shavings to color oven-baked clay. It doesn't work. Even though there are many websites out there, because I read a bunch of them that say you can do it. They lied to me. Just so you all know, they lied to me. Alright, So I've got my two colors. I've got this blue color here that I just mixed with a little yellow to give it a little bit of a green tint. I'm gonna roll these out. And maybe that one doesn't like to. So I'm gonna roll them out. Now, I like to do mine, I was trying to get a nice top and bottom, and I wanted a nice little gradient that I could do, so I just kind of fold it so that I can kind of get a bit of a gradient between the two. So it's not quite a defined line. Green in the center there. So if you're doing two colors, you're just going to keep doing this. If you're just doing one color, then you can skip ahead in the video and move on to where I show you how to do the tentacles themselves. I'm just gonna roll it. I'm getting my colors kind of mixed in so that it's not quite all just one color on top and one color on bottom. They kind of blend a little bit just to give it some depth, make it look a little interesting. So, okay, so I've got it blended pretty much to how I want it. And then I'm just going to roll a nice tentacle size. Now I'm making this a little bigger so that you guys can see it. You can make yours however big you want your pendant. This one here is pretty big if I was to wear it on a necklace. Maybe you want to make them smaller and make a pair of earrings. Maybe you're going to do something else with it. I am making mine slightly larger just so that you guys can see the process. So try to roll it out as evenly as possible, and then you're going to roll the ends down to a nice little point. So little nice grabby fingers on them. Grabby fingers. If you roll it down to a point too much, you can always pull off just a bit. Alright, so then I'm going to take my purple. Knead it a bit. And I'm just going to start pulling off smaller pieces and just rolling them into a nice little ball. See, little ball. And then I'm just going to start sticking kind of down towards the end. Sticking them on. Now, you can do this however you want. I'm putting mine slightly closer together than my original one, just so that they look a little more like tentacles. I do space them fairly wide in between where I start and then the next set. And I'll show you once I have a few done. Now, I like to put mine on in a series of, do a couple sets, because you're doing two on either side. And then do a couple, and then go ahead and use my little tool or your toothpick or whatever you're using. And so I've done about 6 here, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the holes in them. And you're going to push fairly deep in, because what you want is you want the hole to really make sure that the extra little suction cup that you've added to this sticks to the rest of your clay. Because you don't want to bake it and it harden and it come out and you realize that it was very lightly stuck on and it brushes off easily. So I'm going to continue sticking these on, and I will meet you all back up when I finish. Okay, I am back. We have gone ahead and I've put all of the purple dots, as you can see, they're all on like this. Give you a better look. So we've got them all on. All of them have been touched with the my stick or your toothpick to give the hole. Got my tin foil ready so that I can easily transfer it to your pan. So what you're going to do is you're going to take it and then you're just going to kind of play with it a little bit. Just be careful with it because you don't want to break it or knock off any of your suction cups. They're little suckers. That's what octopuses have. And then just give it some nice, you know, organic shape that you like. If you want to make some nice curls, something that really makes it look like an octopus tentacle. I like to think of it as also like the kraken. And you could even try, you know, the one I did before, it's definitely like one pendant that's going to just hang like a pendant, but maybe you want to try something a little different and you want to do one that is going to have two eye holes, two of the eye hole pins in it, and it'll hang sideways. That would look really cool too. So I've gone ahead, I've done my design here, and I'll do it just hanging. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take, and I like to form it on the tin foil, that way you don't have to like pick it up again after you formed it. That gets dangerous. And then go through and take a look and see, you know, a couple of my little sucker cups got squashed. So you can go back through with your pick or your toothpick or your pencil, your pen, whatever you're using, and just redo those holes if there's a couple that got smoshed. Looks like most of mine are good. I had to do quite a few on that other one. I got a little aggressive with draping it. So then you're going to take your eye pin, this one right here, and you're going to trim it. Now, trimming it is based on how thick the top part of your tentacle is. So I'm going to cut mine pretty short because you're going to put it this way, going down into it, and you don't want it to come out the other side of your clay. I also suggest, if you have a pair of small pliers, rounding off the end, not the end with the loop already, but round off the end after you trim it, just so that it catches in the clay a little better. I've got it stuck through, and you can see that I've made a little J, just so that it catches the clay a little better and it has less chance of pulling out. So I'm going to mark where I think about my centers. And I'm just going to stick that in the top carefully. Yep, that feels about right. Now, I always do it so I want my pendant, if I were to hang it on a necklace, to hang this direction. So the eye pin that you put in needs to go flat. So you should be, when you've got your item on the table, you should be able to look through the hole of the eye pin, because what you're going to want to do is you're going to then attach like a jump ring to it, because that eye pin is so small you are not going to get a cord through that. So then you're going to have to put a jump ring through it, which will then go this way so that you can put your cord through it. So make sure that when you put your eye pin in and you look at it from the top, you can see through the hole. Otherwise, you will have it going the other direction and it won't lay flat. Maybe you don't want it to lay flat. That's on you. But I'm just saying, if you are looking for it to lay flat, that's what you do. So I'm going to go ahead. Looks good. Everything looks good here. I'm going to put mine in the pan. Maybe if I hadn't squashed it. I'm going to put mine in the pan. Oven, because this is just regular oven baked clay, not with any crayon. It's just going to be 275, 15 minutes tops. Might not even need the full 15, but I would do at least 15. I know the sculpty stuff comes on the side of the label. Tells you 275, 15 minutes for a 1/4 of an inch thickness. Most of these will be a 1/4 of an inch thickness unless you do earrings. You may need to adjust the temperature for those. You're going to do 275. I'm going to go ahead and turn my oven on, get it baked, and then I'll show you when it's all done. Alright, we're back. I've finished baking, but first, we need our secret code word. It is mermaid. I thought that was very fitting for our tentacle project. So don't forget, secret code word. This is week 5 video activity. This will get you your 3 raffle tickets. Mermaid, just like this here. So, alright, so mine came out. Look at how cool that is. Both of them. So, it's really fun. Again, you're gonna slip your jump ring on, and then you're good to go from there. And yeah, so if you make it, I'd love to see it in the comments below. Don't forget, tonight is also Tuesday trivia, and I'd love to see you there. All right, bye.